Peace and blessings, family. I'm your brother in the struggle, Alif. And today, we're going to decipher Juneteenth. And, gotta have knowledge of self. So I recommend that you study the life-giving teachings of Messenger Elijah Muhammad. In fact, let me zoom in on this. These y'all little people, some of the Jews. I'm the type, I got bookshelves all in the basement. I probably got thousands of books, but these are some of my favorites. We got In the Name of the Law from Brother Wakil. Got both of his books. The Sequence of Protocol, from Philly. We love that Black Mob stuff. Of course, the Honorable Minister Farrakhan's old original study guides, the Secret Relationship, Malcolm, Some Things to Think About, Hell Elijah. Shout out to Sister Sasha and Dr. Ali for that How to Live for the Hereafter, Black Brothers Inc., Nick Salas Muhammad, Malcolm X, Police Brutality, Why Must Elijah First Come, That Supreme Wisdom, 1 and 2, of course, The Women Islam. Some books I got 2, 3 copies of the same book because I mark them all up. Slander's books, but it's, good information. The Genesis years. A special shout out to Secretariats, MIPS. Give them a shout out because for years, they've been pushing the Messenger Raw teachings, love them to death. Christianity versus Islam, the How to Live Holistic Companion, Imam Worthy Muhammad, The Fall of America, Dr. Ava, of course, classic right here. I have to pick this one up. If you ain't read the 7 speeches, Divine Sayings, I Am the Last Message of Law. This raggedy looking book's my Al Says Ra. Can't find my Message of the Black Man. Somewhere in the basement, probably on the bookshelf. My Elijah Meets the Press. Down Elijah Muhammad, of course, Imam Worthy Muhammad, Malcolm, Farrakhan, Muhammad Ali. They all students of the Lamb. Dear Holy Apostle, the FBI files, the Salam magazines. Shout out to the gods. The history of the FOI, Muslim Daily Prayers. We got over there the Bloodbaths, 1965 Savior's Day, Man of Marble, How to Live Book 2, that Jeremiah, the Evolution of the Nation of Islam, that Judas Factor, the Flag, How to Live Book 1, the hardback, the original, the history, of course. These is just some of the Jews, as I said. But the thing that I wanted to point out was page number 7 in The Fall of America on Juneteenth. The Messenger says, and I want y'all to look at this so you won't think I'm just making it up. They look at it like, they ain't the teachings. The Messenger says, the truth will make you free. What is that truth that will free us? You say, we are already free. Abraham Lincoln freed us. That is not the kind of freedom of which I speak. Abraham Lincoln was not instrumental in trying to free you. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. Abraham Lincoln wanted a United States of America. They didn't want 2 presidents. They didn't want 2 governments ruling America. They wanted only 1 government with 1 president for all. It was not that they were so full of love for the so-called Negroes that he wanted to free them from the hands of his brother, but this was a good weapon. But this was a good weapon. To bring his brother into submission to his idea of a United States and 1 president of that United States. So therefore, you were just lucky that you got free from servitude and slavery at that time. Otherwise, you would probably still have been in servitude and slavery today. You say you love Lincoln. You love him because he freed us. He is your emancipator. I say to you, my beloved brothers and sisters, Mr. Lincoln was not your brother. He was not your friend any more than George Washington. The Fall of America. Brothers and sisters, 1973 by Elijah Muhammad, Chicago, Illinois. So in the Nation of Islam, the Messenger understood politics. He understood philosophy, culture, ideas. And the people in Texas, of course, we respect and support anything that's dedicated to freedom, justice, and equality. And they deserve freedom, justice, and equality because we deserve freedom, justice, and equality. But it's important for us to understand that when the president signed the Emancipation Proclamation, emancipate means to let loose. Emancipate does not mean to free. I mean, like if the parole board parole you, you're not free. They're letting you travel further than their confines. I mean, meaning they still control you. You're still subject to their property because they can reel you right back on in. So you're not free. You didn't max out. You didn't get vindicated. They simply say, all right, we're going to let you out. You know what I mean? So they're going to let the slaves off the plantation. That's what emancipate means. You could not do what you want to do. They figured out what they want to do. They said, okay, well, let's send them over to Liberia. Let's try to send them to South America. Let's try to do this. Let's do the 40 acres and the mule. No, we ain't going to do that. Their thing was you're still their property as far as they're concerned. So don't think that President Lincoln freed you. And don't think that just because President Biden signed that into law and made it a federal holiday, that gives you some type of power. What you have to understand about reality, about real Black power, about real freedom, our lessons teaches us that freedom is to free the dumb from that present state of unawareness and ignorance of self. If we don't wake up to the reality of who we are, then we will not understand what steps we need to take to be truly free. But I'm going to leave you with this basic, classic, historical, verified principle. Anytime a people are truly free, it's because they freed themselves. If a general can come with a third general's order and free you, that same general can come with a fourth general order and enslave you. Free yourself. The struggle continues.